So, next our topic is light reactions. Light reactions also known as photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation. We studied that there are three steps are there in the light reactions. One is photophosphorylation, activation of absorption of light. There are three steps in the light reactions. Process of photosynthesis. Process of photosynthesis. Process of photosynthesis is divided into light reactions and dark reactions. Light reactions are known as light dependent reaction and also known as photophosphorylation. Dark reactions are known as Calvin cycle and C3 cycle, also known as light independent reactions. Those reactions they do not require the light. So we know that the dark reactions takes place in the stoma, whereas the light reactions takes place in the thylakoids. Okay, otherwise grana. So these light reactions, one is absorption of light. Light is absorption of light. One is absorption of light. So how they absorb light? There are special systems are there. Quantasomes, pigments are arranged in the form of quantasomes. So quantasomes they take the light, and photosystem 1, photosystem 2 are there to absorb the light, and second, splitting of water molecule. Splitting of water molecule. Third is formation of ATP and NADPH2. So this phosphorylation or photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation is two types. One is non-cyclic, another one is cyclic. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation. What is photophosphorylation? Photo means light. Phosphorylation means synthesis of ATP and ATP from the inorganic phosphate. Synthesis of ATP from the inorganic phosphate. In the non-cyclic and cyclic phosphorylation, we are going to get that ATP and ATP in both cyclic and non-cyclic, whereas NADP we get in the only non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Next, coming to the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Non-cyclic. Why we say that non-cyclic photophosphorylation? At the end of phosphorylation, we come to know non-cyclic photophosphorylation. This is very important for our 8 marks question. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, two photosystem PS1 and PS2 both are involved. PS1 700 nanometer, PS2 680 nanometers, both are involved. Where they are present? They are present in the lumen of thylakoid membrane. PS2 and PS1 both are present. Okay. So how the PS2 is present? So in the PS2 there is a chlorophyll molecule. So associated, surrounded by what? Accessory pigments. Accessory pigments. This total complex is known as antenna. Antenna. So this is chlorophyll A is reaction center. Reaction center molecule. So this is PS2. In the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, first PS2 photosystem is going to absorb the light. Okay. Once again, this is the complex What is the complex? PS2 complex. Photosystem 2. In the each and every photosystem, what we have? We have one is chlorophyll A molecule, and it is associated with the other accessory pigment. Other carotenoids, xanthophyll like accessory pigments. First, when sunlight, our source of energy is sunlight. When sunlight falls in the form of photons, all the pigments, what are nearly 200 to 450 pigments, all the pigments, they take the light and pass to the reaction center, and this chlorophyll A molecule is going to be excited. When any material takes the heat and it is going to be heated like that. So while taking the energy in the form of sunlight, in the form of photons, all the molecules, they are taking different wavelengths of light and they pass into the reaction center. And this chlorophyll A is going to be excited. In the excited condition, it is going to release two pair of electrons. They are going to be accepted by the P, not P, edible P, it is primary electron acceptor. What is this P? It is primary electron. Primary E stands for electron. Primary electron acceptor. Primary electron. Once again, so by the explosion of light, when the sunlight falls on the photosystem 2, when sunlight falls on the photosystem 2, all the pigments in the complex, they are going to absorb the light and they passes to the reaction center molecule. Reaction center molecule is chlorophyll A. It is going to excited. In the condition of excited condition, it is going to release a pair of electron, two pair of electron. They are going to be accepted by the primary electron acceptor, and from this primary electron acceptor, it enters to the electron transport chain. There are different other molecules are present which are going to accepted by these excited electrons. First one is PQ. So from this primary electron acceptor, two pair electrons are coming to the PQ, then cytochrome F, then cytochrome, next to PC. So PQ stands for, so PA stands for primary electron acceptor. Next PQ, first electron. The excited electron from the primary electron acceptor, it passes to the PQ, that is plastoquinone. And from the plastoquinone, a pair of electron excited, again the excited electron comes to the cytochrome. We can write them as a CY simply, cytochrome. And next it passes to the PC, plastoquinone, plastocyanine. One is, so once again, excited chlorophyll molecule is going to release the pair of electron that is going to accepted by the primary electron acceptor. From that, it is going to give to the another molecule, that is plastoquinone. This plastoquinone, again it is passes the electron to the cytochrome, then it is going to pass to the plastocyanine. One thing we have to remember that So while energy is coming from the higher level to the lower level, higher level to the lower level, some amount of energy is released at the cytochrome. That energy is utilized. Some energy is released. That energy is utilized to combine the ADP and inorganic phosphate to synthesize the ATP. To synthesize the ATP. Once again, so the energy while electrons are coming down to the gradient, when they are coming higher level to the lower level, some amount of energy is going to be released. So that released energy is utilized to combine whatever the energy is released, that is combining the both inorganic, IP means inorganic phosphate, and adenosine triphosphate. Both they are coming, they are forming the ATP. ATP is the energy source. So our photophosphorylation, synthesis of ATP. So phosphorylation, inorganic phosphate. By adding the inorganic phosphate, we are going to synthesize the ATP. Okay. So from the plastocyanin, our excited electrons, excited pair of electrons, they reaches to the, what we said in the starting, in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, there is a two systems are involved, photosystem 1 as well as the photosystem 2. So these electrons are going to pass to the PS1. So PS1, it is also like chlorophyll A, reaction center, and other accessory pigments are present. So other accessory pigments and chlorophyll A molecule is also present. So by the absorption of light also, by the absorption of sunlight. So here the photosystem 1, 700 nanometers, once again. So when excited electrons from the plastophenone, excited electrons from the plastocyanin, they are reaching to the photosystem 1, and this chlorophyll, other molecules also, they are going to capture the energy and they passes to the reaction center. Here the excited electron, again it is going to be excited and it give the electrons to primary electron acceptor. Primary electron acceptor. Pair of electrons are accepted by the primary electron acceptor. From that, it is going to give special compound, that is FD, ferridoxine. It is going to give FD. FD stands for ferridoxine. It is stands for ferridoxine. Okay. So in the photosystem 1, excited electrons, again they are accepted by the primary electron acceptor. From the primary electron acceptor, they are coming to the FD, that is ferridoxine. From the ferridoxine, they are going to transport it to the NADP. NADP. Now the pair of electrons at the NADP. So they are reached to NADP. This is one side. Then coming to the same reaction center. Coming to the reaction center. Once again we will recollect this non-cyclic. Here the photosystem 2. Photosystem 2. Photosystem 2. What is photosystem 2? It is a group of pigments, chlorophyll A, antinized chlorophyll A and other accessory pigments. By the absorption of light, all the pigments they take light and they pass to the reaction center, that is going to be excited and it releases the electrons, pair of electrons, they are accepted by the primary electron acceptor. Then it passes to the plastophenone. From that it passes to the cytochrome and it passes to the plastocyanin. While at the place of cytochrome, when energy is coming from higher level to the lower level, so some amount of energy is released. That energy is utilized to combine the inorganic phosphate and ADP to synthesize the ATP. So From the plastocyanin they are going to give the reaction sector PS1. So PS1 again it is activated electrons are accepted by the primary electron acceptor. From that it is going to give to the pyridoxine, then it is going to give the NADP. Here one side it is continuously excited, continuously PS2 is exposed to the light, and from the chlorophyll A molecule there it is releasing the electron. So to fulfill that, another second step. What is the second step in the light reaction? That is splitting of water molecule. Water molecule is going to be splitted in the presence of light. That is called photolysis. Photolysis. Photo means light, lysis means breakdown. It is going to be a breakdown. It releases the 2 pair of electrons and 2 pair of protons and of O2. This can also be written as a O within the brackets. Okay. So this is photolysis. Photolysis. So one side water molecule is going to be breakdown in the presence of light only. In the presence of light. So these electrons are going to be supplied to the photosystem 2. These electrons are going to be supplied to the photosystem 2 because it is continuously losing the electrons in the form of excited electrons, it is losing. So these electrons are going to be supplied to the photosystem 2 and this pair of protons. This pair of protons comes to the NADP, and by taking the 2 pair of protons and 2 pair of protons and electron, it forms the NADPH2. Here one enzyme is required, NADP reductase. And so for the photolysis of water, so it is taken place in the lumen of thylakoid, inside the thylakoid. So that is a complex, photolysis complex is required. Photolysis complex. With this only the water molecule is going to be break down. So this is the, if you by the photolysis process, water molecule is going to be break down to release the 2 electron and hydrogen molecule, 2 electrons and protons. These protons are accepted by the NADP and by taking the 2 electrons from the pyridoxine. So final electron acceptor in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation is NADP. So from the photosystem 1 it is going to pass to the NADP. So if you see that the structure of this resemble with the English alphabet Z. So that is the reason it is also known as Z scheme. And why we are saying it is a non-cyclic phosphorylation? Because the excited electrons from the photosystem 2, they are not coming back to the photosystem 2. They are not coming back. If they are come back, it is cyclic. They are not coming back to the where they are released. That is the reason it is non-cyclic. And it is non-cyclic means excited electrons are not coming back to the system. So that is the reason it is called as non-cyclic. And photo means light. Phosphorylation means synthesis of ATP. So in the presence of light, by using the inorganic phosphate, phosphorylation, adding of phosphorus is nothing but phosphorylation. By the phosphorylation, ATP is going to be synthesized. So that is the reason it is known as photophosphorylation. And next, it is non-cyclic photophosphorylation, and it is Z scheme. It is also known as Z scheme because it appears like a Z alphabet. Okay, and coming to the important things, what we should remember coming to this non-cyclic photophosphorylation. One is photolysis of water. Photolysis, for the photolysis of water or to break down the water molecule, a complex is required. That is photolysis complex or oxygen evolving complex that is present inside the lumen. And one enzyme is required, nitrogen NADP reductase. So this is also present in the outer membrane of the thylakoid. This is present in the outer membrane. This is present in the inside. If it is that single thylakoid, if you single thylakoid, this is the water splitting complex, and outside this enzyme is going to be present. And two systems, photosystem 2 and 1 is present. Okay, photosystem 2 and 1 is present. So this is about non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So in this photophosphorylation we are going to get ATP as well as the reducing power NADPH2. Otherwise it can write as NADPH plus H plus. Okay. So this is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So once again, excited electrons from the chlorophyll A molecule, they are going to be accepted by the primary electron acceptor. From the primary electron acceptor, they are going to taken by the PQ, plastocyanin. From that plastocyanin, they are coming to the cytochrome. While they are coming down, energy is released. That energy is utilized to form the inorganic phosphate and ADP to synthesize the ATP. Next, they are passing to the plastocyanin. From the plastocyanin, it is not going to the PS2. Again, it is going to the PS1. And here the PS1 excited electron is going to, by absorption of light, it is going to be excited and it releases the electron. They are going to reach it by the primary electron acceptor. Then it comes to the pyridoxine. From the pyridoxine, final electron acceptor in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation is NADP. For the reduction of NADP, we require 2 more protons. We get those protons from the hydrolysis of water. So water molecule is going to be breakdown. Water that is called photolysis, because light is essential for the breakdown of this water, and it gives the 2 pair of electron. They are going to be supplied to the photosystem 2 because they are continuously losing the electrons, and next protons are going to be added to the NADP to form the NADPH2, and next oxygen is released as a byproduct of photosynthesis, that is comes to the stroma. From the stroma it is released from the stroma to through the stomata it comes to the atmosphere. Okay, this is about non-cyclic photophosphorylation.